Tent City Diaries began in January of 2019 after I witnessed some craziness in downtown Olympia. Welcome to another edition of Tweaker Love Life. Today looks like someone got up on the wrong side of the bed.
What?
As I watch these two drug addicts battle it out in public, I realize, wait, there could be a gold mine of material here.
Things have gone a little crazy. I don't know if it has to do with the mustard gas, the war gas, or just a little crystal meth.
In February, I released an episode dealing with the things that I saw while driving through town.
And the topic of the week, homelessness.
And I was like, shit, is this shit on live TV? But I wasn't thinking about it because I was flailing, you know?
Flailing is a tweaker term for what she's doing right now.
And she actually was there when I was tweaking and flailing around on the purple house.
As the viewership grew, city leaders took note, and suddenly they began to take action.
All of the places that we did videos at for the last couple weeks and blew up here in town, got a bunch of people all irate and entertained. Guess what? They were cleaned up. It was right here. Where's all the stuff? It's gone. They cleaned it up. They packed that shit up and threw it away.
Episode 3 was also released in February and deals with what I like to call paraphernalia.
It's ridiculous. That's the problem people have with the homelessness and the opioid addicts. Yeah, we feel sorry for people that are undergoing those issues, but it also pisses us off when you leave your fucking needles on the ground and piles of garbage in the forest. Olympia has always had, just like every city, its struggles with opioid addicts and things. And nowadays, you have to be careful where you walk. Paraphernalia, it's the gift that just keeps on giving.
Episode number 4, released in March, brought me face to face for the first time with real danger as far-left activists fought back. Suddenly, I hear shouting in the distance.
I'm sorry, what? This is a public street, last I checked.
But I'm not public. I'm asking for you to turn your camera.
Well, you're in a public area. What are you worried about?
I'm not worried about nothing.
I mean, usually it's like you're trying to hide something.
No, we're just trying to live.
Don't have our permission, dude.
I'm not trying to. I don't need your permission.
Now I'm surrounded by 4 of them, menacing me for filming.
I'm not trying to. I don't need your permission. That's great.
I don't want to hear
See,
it.
this person.
I don't want to hear
I actually might know this.
I don't want you don't know anyway.
Do you have any idea what I do in town?
You're stepping up to me, bro.
What? I'm trying to explain my position. You want one of my cards? You want to look up what I do?
It's my personal space like you wanted to do.
So, it's because you came up to me telling me not to film in a public space.
I'm asking you
I'm a taxpayer.
Taxpayer indeed. I don't think they cared. But you know what? I kind of like making them nervous and uncomfortable. I might be onto something here.
Now, as an embedded journalist, you have to learn the ways and the movements of these infiltrators, this rebel camp.
Episode number 5 in March had me in full battle gear, as this Wheeler Avenue camp was the largest and most notorious camp I'd ever attempted to film.
Well, That clever visqueen trick along the fence is merely hiding an access point here. And just like that, we've breached the security's defenses.
You really have to watch where you walk here. There's garbage everywhere. There's bicycle parts. There's syringes. There's rats. Wait a minute. Did I just see a rat? Let's rewind the tape. Take a look at that in slow motion. Yep, sure as shit. That's a rat. Those bring pestilence.
Wheeler Avenue camp, no different than the rest. Rig caps, syringes, and stolen bicycle parts. Everywhere we look, there's bicycle parts.
Well, speaking of bicycle thieves, looks like there's a bunch of them living here in this camp, but nobody will come out to talk. I think they're hiding. Keep in mind, this was filmed early in the year in March. Now, at the end of the year, this place is completely full, walled off, and it's a much larger problem than ever before. Walking through this mess, it felt like it was the aftermath of a tornado or a hurricane, but no, it was lazy humans who created this filth in our neighborhoods. They don't care. They're not going to live here permanently. They're living in a tent.
Welcome to the jungle! We've got fun and games!
And the so-called jungle located off Martin Way is anything but fun and games. It was the subject of my episodes 6 and 7 released in April and May and shows some rather shocking permanent housing structures. And a lot of garbage, trash, litter, non-biodegradable stuff. And you ain't seen nothing yet.
Homeless people, this is the problem that the rest of society has with homelessness. It's not that you're homeless. It's that you're leaving big piles of shit like this in Mother Nature. You have just destroyed this ecosystem. Who's gonna pick this up?
So let me get this straight. A bunch of liberals save the spotted owls, but no damn tree huggers seem to care about this destruction of our greenbelt? And if you get too overwhelmed with the garbage, just do like they're doing at the jungle. Dig big pits and bury everything in the ground because, hey, out of sight, out of mind, right? Unless you think they're uncivilized, they're not. They built a porta potty. Yeah, it's kind of ramshackle, but hey, it's better than nothing, right? Well, Episodes 8 and 9 came out in May and June of 2019 and dealt with what the city called their mitigation camp, a series of city-funded tents run by a couple of camp hosts, one of them here named Chili.
We don't have any rules set in stone, we just have a couple of guidelines. We ask for a 10 o'clock quiet-ish time, just turn it down a little bit, 10 o'clock. Don't have as many guests coming through because that's part of the safety that we're trying to achieve here.
Safety? Common courtesy? Cleanliness? Wow, what a concept. Now, I had a busy summer, so I didn't come out with episode 10 until November, but it was worth the wait.
He's back. Hey, Greg Zart coming at you from the downtown 4th Avenue Bridge encampment. Yeah, Tent City Diaries has returned. You want to play a little porta potty roulette? I've seen worse.
And somehow I found myself in the inner sanctum. These are the homesteads of the pioneers who blazed this trail. Also in November, episode 11 aired, but this one involved a murder. But when I returned on Sunday, there was a definite chill in the air.
Last night, they found a body down there on Deschutes Parkway, and it's kind of the talk of the camp right now.
Just as I was finishing up this monologue, I heard Elvis's girlfriend, or wife, or whatever the hell she is, begin shouting at me from their tent. He thinks we're all junkies. He calls this Junkieville. He hates us. Why are you talking to him? Suddenly, the whole camp came alive. Some young buck came out, tore off his shirt, and began circling me like a gladiator. Another guy walked right up to me, and while gesturing in my face, said, "You got 30 seconds to get out of here. 30, 29, 28. People were emerging from tents everywhere by now, and I had to make it through a gauntlet to escape.
They say the man was a transient living in a tent on the hillside above where he was found.
At least we can say we didn't see that coming a mile off. So it happened here at the crosswalk near a popular park. Jason Aaron Moline, someone's son, brother, and he was a father.
A 45-year-old man who died from what they call homicidal violence.
Well, that pretty much wraps up the first year of coverage. It was challenging, exciting, mostly disgusting, but trust me, I'm not going anywhere. I'll be back covering this story as long as it's invading our streets. If you like what you see, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for plenty more in 2020.
This has been another Gregg Arts production. Your homeboy Malik signing off. Thanks, Olympia.